Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey is being investigated for allegedly having a relationship with an underage girl. And before I get to him, I gotta get to y'all. Specifically, y'all that are attacking Malika Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, and other black journalists that are not covering this Josh Giddey story the same way that y'all want it to be covered. I need y'all to know this. Hear me and hear me good. We have become so used to hearing people on the internet, and I'm in this category. We're so used to hearing people on the internet speak freely about these topics and not being held to journalistic integrity and standards that we want to hold the people that are on TV to those standards. We can't do that. Malika Andrews and Stephen A. Smith cannot go on the worldwide leader in sports, ESPN, international TV, and give legitimacy to an internet rumor, which is why they waited until the NBA announced the investigation to say something about it. They are not podcasters. They are not YouTubers. They aren't random bloggers on Twitter. They are journalists. This is very different. And with Malika specifically, there's a lot of things that are wrong with the beef that a lot of you weirdos have with Malika Andrews, but this one is very close to the top of the list. These narratives come because it's perceived that she has a negative opinion about a certain group of people. Malika Andrews is a host. She doesn't give opinions. She reads prompters and tosses to the next person. She doesn't give opinions. We don't know what Malika thinks about shit because that's not her job to tell us what she thinks about stuff. And as far as Stephen A is the face of the biggest sports brand in the world who is in partnership with the NBA. Do you think he's going to jump out the window and accuse one of these players of statutory rape on national TV off a Twitter rumor? Come on now. Come on now. We got to use our brains for these things sometimes. And we're just pulling these narratives out of the literal cracks of our asses. And we're attacking Malika Andrews and Stephen A. Smith more than we are a man that is being accused of statutory rape. And while they're being held to this high journalistic standard, I am not held to that standard. So let's get into the shit, shall we? Now we have circumstantial evidence about Josh Giddey's alleged relationship with this underage girl. To me, the most damning of which is he had 2 speeding tickets in July of 2022 in Newport Beach, California, where the girl goes to high school and allegedly lives. Obviously, they're not putting the girl's actual city out there because underage girl, safety issues, not a thing. In July 2022, that would make the girl 15 years old and Josh Giddey 21. Which, you guessed it, very illegal. On top of that, there are multiple pictures floating around the internet of him shirtless behind this girl. There's one picture that I can't confirm or deny whether it was edited or not, so I'll give them this in the interest of attempting to be fair, where it literally has in big white letters, "I just fucked Josh Giddey." There's more videos of them together, videos of him talking to her friends, videos of him talking to her brother, talking about some "I'm with your beautiful sister." And that's the information that I was able to come up with without billions of dollars of resources to my name like the NBA has. I got maybe $50 in my wallet right now, and I was able to find all that. To say the NBA is dragging their feet on this is an understatement. They are up to their eyebrows at this point as far as dragging. It does not help that the girl is allegedly, this is according to TMZ, refusing to cooperate with the NBA and with police. However, in a shocking new development at the time I'm recording this, the family has retained an attorney, a famous one, by the name of Gloria Allred, who has been a famous advocate for women in cases against powerful men and celebrities for decades, it's according to ESPN. So this is where the legal eagles and people that are more familiar with how the law works can explain. I don't know if that means that she is going to cooperate and she needed to talk to a lawyer to make sure she cooperates the right way so she doesn't get in trouble, or she's going to try and counter sue, or I don't know what that means. However, I know what the circumstantial evidence tells me, and to me, it seems very clear that Josh Giddey should not be anywhere near a basketball court or a school zone. And maybe it hits me a little bit harder because I have 2 sisters that are high school age, and if any of these motherfuckers, I don't care if you know how to dribble, crossover, or if you can't do none of that, if any of you grown motherfuckers were to come into my home talking about some "I'm dating your sister," I'm beating the brakes off you. We ain't even gonna need no investigation. So we're gonna update again once this story gets fully resolved. But hopefully we get some goddamn answers. Cooperation starts happening. And once Josh Giddey is found guilty, I gotta try to be responsible here. Allegedly, if he's guilty, we can get him the fuck up out of here. And if he isn't guilty, allegedly, we can clear his name and put this behind him.